All modern alarm systems allow you to bypass a zone. If your alarm system does not want to arm because a zone, meaning an input is open, is not closed, you can tell the alarm system to ignore the open state of the zone and arm the system. The term bypassed is used if an input on the board is not closed. So, to bypass a zone, you're going to press *1 and then the 2-digit zone number for that zone followed by hash. So, let's say in our example we want to bypass zone 10. How are we going to do it? We're going to press *, then 1, and then 1 again, 0, hash. And that is the command to bypass it. If we want to do, for example, zone 5, it would be *1, 0, 5 for zone number 5 and hash, and that is the command. So if you look next, after you've completed the command, if you look next to zone 5, you'll notice that the LED light is illuminated or burning solid. That is just a visual indication on these old keypads to show you that that zone is bypassed. So you can either clear it by doing the command again or arming and disarming the system. Okay. On an LED keypad like this, you're going to press *1 to put the system into bypass mode. Your bypass LED should start flashing, and then from that point on you can press your 2-digit zone number. So in our example it would be 1, 0, and to complete the operation you're going to press hash. So once that's completed, LED number 10 should be lit, showing you that that zone has been bypassed. So if the installer has switched on an option called requires code for bypassing options, then it's a little bit more complex, but the basic principle stays the same. You're still going to press *1 and next the system will prompt for master code. Default code is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once that code has been entered, a valid code that's on the system, you simply enter your 2-digit number, which is 1 and 0 and hash, and that completes the operation. So on the LCD keypad, procedure is actually the same, but it's just a little bit more refined. So it helps you to read off some of the zone labels and that type of stuff, so that you don't have to read off a written list to go and look for zone numbers. So you're going to press *1 and that will put the system or the keypad into bypass mode. So after you've pressed the 1, you should see something on the screen that says scroll to view zones. So you can now use your arrow keys to scroll through all the lists of zones that you have on the system, and the system will bring up one zone at a time, and you press the arrow indication again to go over to the next one, and again to go over to the next one. So let's say you identify a zone now that you wish to bypass. You've identified now that zone 2 is the zone that you want to bypass, and then you press *. The minute you press *, the indicator here at the bottom right hand corner where my mouse is hovering, you'll see there it says O for open. So that zone is to indicate that the zone is open, and you're going to press * on it, and that will change to a B. The minute you press that, the * button, and it changes to B, then that zone is in a bypass state, and then you can scroll on to the next one. Or if you want to unbypass it, just simply press * again or toggle it, and it will flip between O and B, indicating that it's open or you've bypassed it, or it's open or you've bypassed it. So here's the example that we've bypassed zone 2. You'll see the B in the right hand corner of the keypad. The zone has successfully been bypassed. I want to finish off this video by just showing you a couple of additional bypass commands where, for example, where you're in a situation like where you go to bed every night and you don't want to bypass like 5 to 10 zones, or like maybe 3 zones that you always bypass at night before you arm the system, there's a couple of additional commands that you can use, like bypass recall. For example, let's say you've bypassed zone 4, 5, and 6 the last night, and this night you want to arm the system again. You can do a bypass recall to call up the same amount of zones before you arm the system. These commands, clear bypass, save bypass, and recall save, they all function something like a little bit like a memory in a calculator, where you can store a list of commands and you can recall that list for later use, so you don't have to manually go through and scroll through all the zones and manually bypass all of them. So I hope this was insightful and you enjoyed the video.